The air was electric with anticipation. The dimly lit underground fight club, a place where warriors tested their mettle, was packed wall to wall. The audience, a mix of die-hard martial arts enthusiasts and adrenaline junkies, buzzed with excitement. On one side of the ring stood Maggie Q, the fierce, calculated fighter known for her agility and precision. On the other, Tony Jaa, the legendary Muay Thai master, exuding raw power and unmatched athleticism. This was more than a fight. It was a clash of two distinct combat philosophies, a battle that would decide who was the superior warrior. Maggie Q, trained in various martial arts disciplines, had built a reputation for her fluidity and lethal efficiency. She had honed her skills in Wing Chun, Wushu, and Krav Maga, making her one of the most versatile fighters in the business. Speed was her deadliest weapon. Her ability to weave in and out of danger, countering with razor-sharp strikes, made her a nightmare for slower opponents. Her strength lay in her precision. Every movement was calculated, every strike aimed at the weakest points of her adversary. She didn't rely on brute force but rather on technique, deception, and counters. She was a strategist, able to read her opponent's next move before they even committed to it. However, her greatest strength was also her weakness. While she was quick and tactical, she lacked the raw power to end fights with a single blow. Against an opponent like Tony Jaa, who thrived on explosiveness, she would have to rely on endurance and tactics rather than direct confrontation. Tony Jaa was a warrior forged in the fires of traditional Muay Thai. His explosive power, combined with an almost supernatural agility, made him one of the most dangerous fighters in the world. His elbows were like sledgehammers, his knees like battering rams. The way he moved, launching into flying knees and spinning elbows with effortless grace, was a testament to his mastery of combat. Jaa's strengths were clear: power, aggression, and unrelenting pressure. He had an iron will and a body that could take punishment while delivering devastating counterattacks. His Muay Thai clinch was legendary. Once he locked his opponent in it, they rarely escaped unscathed. However, his aggression sometimes left him open to counterstrikes. Fighters who could evade his explosive attacks and chip away at his stamina had the potential to frustrate him. This was where Maggie Q's skills could come into play. If she could outmaneuver him, she had a chance. The bell rang and the fight was on. Maggie Q wasted no time, using her agility to stay on the outside, darting in and out with lightning-fast kicks and jabs. Tony Jaa, in his signature stance, absorbed the early attacks, waiting for the right moment to strike. When he did, it was with terrifying speed, a flying knee that narrowly missed Maggie's face as she twisted away just in time. For the first few rounds, it was a chess game. Maggie used her evasiveness to avoid getting trapped, striking at Jaa's legs and ribs whenever he overcommit. But the problem was clear: Tony Jaa was relentless. Every time she landed a clean hit, he responded with a strike that threatened to end the fight immediately. A well-placed elbow opened a cut on her forehead. The crowd roared as Jaa pressed forward. But Maggie had prepared for this. Instead of retreating, she adapted. She started baiting Jaa into attacking first, countering with sharp body kicks and lightning-fast punches. She was chipping away at him, forcing him to expend more energy with each missed strike. Tony Jaa was powerful, but Maggie was making him play her game. However, Jaa was not easily outmaneuvered. In the final rounds, he caught one of Maggie's kicks and spun her off balance, sending her crashing to the mat. He pounced, looking to finish her with brutal elbows. But in a stunning reversal, Maggie used his momentum against him, rolling out of the way and landing a precise spinning back kick to his ribs. The crowd was on their feet. Both fighters were exhausted, sweat dripping, bodies bruised and battered. But in the final moments, Tony Jaa did what he did best. He unleashed a devastating knee strike that landed flush on Maggie's chest, sending her staggering. In that instant, she knew the fight was over. As the referee raised Tony Jaa's hand in victory, the audience erupted in applause. Maggie Q had fought with incredible skill and strategy, pushing Jaa to his limits. But in the end, power and unrelenting aggression won the day. Tony Jaa's victory was not just about strength, it was about resilience. He had absorbed Maggie's tactical approach, adapted, and found the moment to strike when it mattered most. Maggie Q had proven she could stand toe-to-toe with one of the best, but in this battle, Tony Jaa's sheer explosiveness had given him the edge. As the fighters embraced in mutual respect, it was clear, this was more than just a fight. It was a spectacle of skill, heart, and warrior spirit. And while Tony Jaa had claimed victory, Maggie Q had shown the world that she was every bit the warrior he was. The crowd left the arena that night knowing they had witnessed something legendary. A fight for the ages, one that would be talked about for years to come.